Hello. Welcome. Hello from very, very sunny and very hot eastern New Mexico. It's kind of crazy pants here today, just a little bit. Whew, summer has arrived. I know that technically in the northern hemisphere it is spring, but here today it is summer and it is hot. Whew. So, into the normal spill, welcome. It's Monday night. That means that we do a live craft and chat almost every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Normally we do it for 2 hours. Tonight I am hoping that I'm going to be able to stay with you for at least an hour. Definitely not staying for the entire 2 hours though, because as I said, it's very, very hot, and all of these lights that you guys cannot see, they're hot. They're very hot. So, if this is your first time ever participating in a YouTube Live, please remember that you must be logged into your YouTube account if you would like to actually participate in the chat. Sometimes it will default over to Top Chat. You're going to want to select the drop-down menu and select Live Chat, or it's going to filter out at random people's comments, and I may respond to something that you did not see, and you will be lost in the sauce, and we don't want that to happen to you. Oh, Kimberly said hello from cool and rainy Idaho. Rub it in, Miss Kimberly. Rub it in. That's okay. Lucky you, lucky you. You look hot. Yes, I am. I am very, very, very hot. I'm melting, melting. Ida sent a message to the admin team, and she said that she's gonna be just a little bit late today, and I said it's all right. The only thing you gonna miss is just me melting. That's okay. Oh. Yes, 27 degrees Celsius is what it is. I think that's what it is here right now. It's 82 degrees outside right now, but it is, oddly enough, it's warmer inside my studio than it is outside. Looking at the temperature, it now says 85 degrees in here. So it's warm. Thank you for starting live. Gave me an excuse to get off the 4-hour-long call with my brother. Aww. You know what? Sometimes those calls are the best, though. Sometimes they are. Michelle said that she's freezing. And share some of the heat. Listen, you can take some of it. I am perfectly okay with you taking some of it. I will not be mad at you at all. Tay wants to know where Miss Wanda is this evening. That's always a thing, Miss Wanda and her adventures. Good morning from cool and rainy Gold Coast, Australia. You know, I don't loathe the heat, but once it gets close to 80 degrees, that starts to get a little bit uncomfortable for me. So I have windows open and fans going, but you know what? In New Mexico, normally the wind is always blowing. The wind always blows in New Mexico, except for the day that I actually want it to be blowing. No wind. Nothing at all. Colleen said that it's 72 in Atlanta. Oh, see, I would be so happy with 72. Better than when it was freezing in February. You know what? You are right. And it has definitely been hotter in here. Last summer, before we got the cooling situation figured out, it was definitely a whole... Wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. I went too far. See? I already got into talking and I went too far. Last summer, it got super, super hot in here before we got that situation figured out. But then the winter came, because that's the way it works. You get a situation figured out, and then all of a sudden you don't need it anymore. Winter came, so everything got winterized, and it has been still getting down into the 30s here when the sun goes down. So everything has not been de-winterized yet. Next week it will be de-winterized. So by next Monday, hopefully, it will be a whole lot more comfortable in here. That's what I'm hoping anyways. Hello, Anne from Greenwood, Indiana. Swamp cooler time. Yes, it will be swamp cooler time. Hello, Kim. Hello, Holly. It will be swamp cooler time, but right now it's all winterized up. The water is turned off to it, and it's all sealed up, so the heat can't get out from the vents. The vents are all sealed up. All of that stuff. It's all sealed up. So next week it will be much better. Just got to get through this week. Whew. Do you guys have a good week? I had a good week. I can't really tell you what I did. Like, honestly, I can't tell you what I did. My week just zipped away from me. But I didn't have a bad week. I can tell you that. Which is a good thing. Hello, Miss Kitty. Folks is dropping in. So glad to see y'all. I just lost my train of thought. Just that quick, it just went pew. Sorry, just scrolled up. Where did she say she was? Because I missed that too while I was talking. Oh, she's in Virginia. Oh, she's done for the night. You did super secret squirrel stuff. Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Poor patrons. Patrons really didn't get to spend too much time with me. I was there, but it was Easter. So, I worked because Jack doesn't know that it's Easter. I, oddly enough, woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. No, 6 o'clock. Woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and did some chores around the house because my body was not going to let me... What are you attaching to? My body was not going to let me go back to sleep, so I got up and I did some chores around the house. And I tried and I tried and I tried, and inventory for Good Loops is always the first Sunday of the month. And Pat comes over, thankfully, and she helps me with inventory. So I was sitting here and I was waiting, and I thought that she was going to be here at 10, but it turns out that I had my times completely wrong because she normally doesn't get here until 11. So I went ahead and I started inventory way earlier than I should have, and by the time Pat got here, the vast majority of inventory was done, but still had those 2 shipments that were sitting out here all over the place, and we had to restock and all of that. So that took us a little bit more time, a couple more hours. So it was all good. That's how I spent Sunday, and also doing secret squirrel stuff that we can't talk about here. I may be glowing 21 x-rays today. Oof. You're right. You may be glowing. Because we're heading into autumn, we fall back. Hemispheres. It's weird. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But still. It's really weird for Jen and I. Because, she's in Pretoria, South Africa, so whenever I'm boiling, she's freezing, and whenever she's boiling, I'm freezing. I told her the last trip that we was able to take was to New York City in January of 2020 for Vogue Knitting Live, and I poked fun at her because it was It was the middle of the summer for her, but it was winter in New York City. So I was poking fun at her, and she was like, "Oh no, it's going to be great. I need a cooling off." What did Kim miss last week? And who has forgotten to thumbs up the vid? That's true. That's true. Some folks have forgotten to hit the thumbs up. You missed all kinds of shenanigans last week, Kim. I mean, those pesky lockdowns and families. Ooh. Pesky lockdowns and families, you know, like actually occupying their domicile. How dare they? Hubby twisted his knee last Wednesday and doctor told him no work for 5 days. So been busy with him. Oh, bless his heart. So sorry. That's a lot of x-rays, Miss Kitty. That's a whole lot of x-rays. Are you going to grow a third arm? I hope not. It's a lot of radiation. Oh, Crochet Nana just became a patron. Thank you, Crochet Nana. Don't tell anybody about the secret squirrel stuff. That's secret squirrel stuff. Because I know that you're fixing to go scrolling through that feed. I have families today too, but hubby isn't working, so bandwidth isn't much of an issue. Ah, well, that's good. That's very good. Hello, Becky. Welcome. I don't know why, but I feel like I have messed something up with this. It's just because I'm hot. My brain is not working right. Wanda said I hit the thumbs up before I come into the live. It's a habit now. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, thank you. Hitting the thumbs up whenever there is a live going on lets the algorithm know that you like what is going on, and then it will be more apt to share it and recommend it to other crafters who may not know about us. And we are always looking to enlarge the group, but probably not right now, right at this second, because I'm about ready to say a whole bunch of colorful words. There we go. All right. I hate it when your hook doesn't want to go through exactly where you want it to go through. It's so rude. Hello to all the lurkers. We know you're there. We know you're there. Hello, Latasha. Oh, Latasha's watching an ad. Thank you so much, Latasha. It's very, very kind. We love it when folks watch the ads. Hello, Brenda. Wow, there's lots of new names in here tonight. Welcome, all of the new folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What was I? Oh, I wonder if the new yarn, we have something new coming to Good Loops. If you haven't watched Good Loops Facebook Live from last week, Jen was bubbling over and she couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't keep it a secret any longer. But we are going to have a new item because we've had lots of people. It's always hard when you go shopping for yarn if you can't do it in person. And I know that was when I first started shopping for yarn online. It was very, very hard for me to do, especially with my texture issues with my skin. And I hate wasting money. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. And I'm sure that everybody watching is the same way. So, you know, for instance, like the first time that I ever tried Stylecraft, it was really hard for me to make that leap to go and purchase yarn without being able to feel it. And it's really weird when you can't see the colors in person. And, you know, there's all kinds of obstacles whenever you're buying yarn online. I did the same thing when I switched from Stylecraft over to Paintbox. I kept hearing such wonderful things about it, but I mean, for a very long time, I heard such wonderful things about it, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because of my texture issues and how sensitive my skin is. But when I finally made the leap for that one, I actually really enjoyed it. But I did have a bunch of ones where I was not happy with the yarn that I ended up receiving, and I either ended up throwing it away or giving it away to somebody else. So what we've done is we are making little kits, little packages that are samples of all of the yarns that we carry. So there'll be bonbons for the Eco Cotton, the Eco Fusion, the Eco Bamboo, the Eco Lush, and then there will be smaller samples of all of the merinos, and I believe there's also going to be samples of the kid silk in there. And we've broken them down into seasons of color. So there's 4 different ones that you'll be able to choose from. And then, sorry, my mod team is talking to me. So there's a winter, there's a spring, there's a summer, and there's a fall, and all of the colors that are within that specific group work with that season. So whichever season it is that you prefer, you can just purchase a sample so you can feel, and there'll be enough in there for you to work up a little sample so you can see what the yarn actually feels like and what it does for you. Because while I love nurturing fibers, it may not be right for you. I mean, I really think that it would be if you haven't tried it, but if that is a barrier that is keeping people away from trying the yarn because we can't get out to the various shows to be close to people, we're hoping that that's going to be able to break down the barrier for you guys. So those were shipped to Jennifer in Pretoria last week, and I believe, I haven't looked today to see if they left yesterday. I don't know if they would have left yesterday. There's still only one plane a week that's leaving South Africa, so it leaves on Sundays. But I don't know if it left yesterday because it was a holiday. So we'll have to wait and see, but that is coming, and I think that that's going to be a great thing for everybody. Really looking forward to you guys being able to, the ones that have been iffy, you know, I mean, it's over 2 years now that I've been screaming about nurturing fibers and about how much I love it. I don't crochet with anything else anymore. I just don't. But if some of you guys, I understand that budgets are a thing, and money is precious, and if you are on the fence because you can't feel it, this will break down the barrier for you. If I see hands forming in my yarn, that will be the last time I use the yarn or start drinking tea. You know what? I don't even know what you're doing. Hello, Wisdom. Welcome to the chat. Let me scroll up here and see what I may have missed while I was going on that whole thing. If I happen to miss something, you didn't do the warning. Oh, okay. So, all right. I didn't do the disclaimer. We have 3 folks here that are locals. They've been here since practically the beginning of my channel. They've been here for forever. They're locals. I promise they're not trolls. That's Freaky, Sue, and Anthony. If you say something and a pun can be made out of it, one of those 3 is going to make a pun out of it, okay? And then we have a couple other ones that are vying for the D'Artagnan position. So they're not trolls. All right, there you go. I did the disclaimer for the new folks. which is pretty important. I can't believe that I forgot about that because we do have a lot of new faces, a lot of new names in the chat this evening. What were we talking about? Don't you mean your daughter's queen? Ugh. John is going to be, she's going to be graduating college before John finishes with that blanket for that baby. I have only recently found you while in the hospital last week recovering from an emergency appendectomy. Oh, I'm so sorry, but listen, I'm glad that you found us and that we were able to keep you busy while you were in the hospital. Since the dawn of time. I can't do those voices. I would not be good in the movies for those types of voices. And Kim called me a yarn snob. And, you know, fine. I might be. I'm okay with that. Welcome back to Dee and Steph. I don't think that there's anything wrong with being a yarn snob. I just flipped off my TV. John, did you just turn me off? That's rude. I mean, I was probably in the middle of a sentence and you just flip off the TV. Did I ever tell you that D'Artagnan is my husband's middle name? No, Sally, you never told us that. Ugh. DB said, no fun, Kimberly. Last June I had an emergency gallbladder surgery. I had my gallbladder out about 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. Best thing ever. Best thing ever. I fought for years with gallbladder attacks because I didn't want to go in and have surgery. And finally, I had one for a week. It would not go away. For a week, I dealt with that pain. And then I finally went to the doctor and I was like, look, it's time for you to just have my gallbladder taken out. And she said, really? And I said, yeah. And she goes, okay, well, let's talk about what's going on. And I said, listen, lady, I haven't slept for 4 days because I've been waiting for it to go away. It always goes away, but it's not going away this time. This is where the pain is. This is the type of pain that it is. It's my gallbladder. Can you please send me for an MRI or whatever it is that you need to do so we can get this process moving because I'm ready for surgery. Thank you. Yeah. His dad was a Three Musketeer fan. Well, I would say so. I've been fiber binging YouTube videos while recuperating. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. You do whatever you need to do to keep yourself occupied. I didn't know I was having gallbladder attacks until that severe one. It always felt like indigestion. And you know they're rude too, because gallbladder attacks can never come at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh no. No. That mess comes at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why is that? Like with everybody. I have never met anybody who has suffered the severe portions of a gallbladder attack at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's always in the middle of the night. I don't get it. I don't understand. Will the sample bonbons have the name of the colors on the info bands? I'm not certain, Holly. That's a very good question. They haven't gotten to me yet. But if not, and maybe I'll type up like a little piece of paper that I can put inside the packages that will say what color is what, because some of the bonbons have the color on it. Some of them do. Some of them don't. I know that's kind of frustrating. I know John got a collection of bonbons, so he would be able to look at the colors and see them, so he would know what he wanted to order. and he takes pictures of them and sends them to me and says, "What color's this?" I thought the baby was just kicking my diaphragm. Oh, poor Kim. Well, mine started at 3 p.m. on a Sunday, and I went to the ER Monday morning. Oh, you are the first person that I have ever met that it's had the decency to do it during the day. The Queen kit was Stylecraft, John. I'm going to assume you got a Stylecraft one. Jen Deal has made, she's made 2 queens out of cotton, and they are gorgeous. And now she's making another one out of acrylic. I'm certain that she's going to be queened out by the time she gets finished with that one. Hubby had a kidney stone attack at like 2 a.m. and was only asleep for an hour before he woke me up, and then we spent the rest of the night in the emergency. That's what I'm saying. Those things never happen at a decent hour. DB is literally the only person that I've ever heard of that have that. I mean, I'm sure of all the billions of people that there are on the planet, that there are folks out there that have those types of attacks during waking hours, but the vast majority of folks, no, in the middle of the stinking night. Jen Deal needs to get on some sort of social media so we can see. She sent me a picture, but I don't want to. Well, let me see. Let me see if I can finagle this and shoot this to the computer. Come on, come on, come on. Airdrop. You gonna go? I wasn't prepared to do this, so. Come on, connect. Thank you. There's one. And where did her other one go? Hang on, I'm scrolling way back to the first one. Maybe. Wait, no, I need to save this. Because I need to crop this a little bit, because she probably don't want her personal stuff all over the place. Bear with me. What'd I say? Done. Send. Airdrop. Pause for dramatic effect, alright? It's okay, it's coming. Because they're pretty queens. Okay. I hope that went through. Yeah, they both went through. Okay, oh, right there. And then we go put that one right there. All right. Where is my layers? Hold on. I'm trying to do this. There we go. Add a picture. Okay, so this one is her first queen. No, that's her second one. Anywho, so this over here, this is her second queen that she made. That's all out of cotton. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's Jen Deals. And then, come here, there was... Did I just show you the blue one? No. And here is the second one that she made. She made that one for her mom. And that one is also out of cotton. Beautiful work. She did really, 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 really well with it. Let me see if I can get the other one up here at the same time. Come here. This is really, really hard to do. There they are. The one on the left is the one that she made for herself, and then the one on the right is the one that she made for her mama. Just beautiful. By the way, she's done this. She started these queens after John started his, and she's halfway through making her third one, and John still hasn't finished his first one. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. We give him grief during patron chats because he's being a slowpoke. Yes. So well done, Jen. She's probably not here right now, but she will watch the replay, as she always leaves me little comments underneath the videos. So well done, Jen. They're beautiful. They look the same when not side by side. Yeah, they're not the same. I think I burnt myself out with knitting an Afghan in 16 days. Oof. Listen, it happens. It absolutely happens. Take a break. Are you judging John? No, I'm not judging him. Run John over the butt. Listen, he knows. He knows. He gets it every Sunday when he comes into the patron Zoom meetings. John knows. He gets it. He understands. Ruth said, I am still on my simple queen. I don't know which version it was that she did of the queens. I just know that she's enjoying it, obviously. So that's all that matters. If you're enjoying yourself and you're having fun, that's all that matters. Right? I think so. That's why I take forever to do blankets or Afghans, to keep from burning out. Listen, I have no room to talk. I've been working on this blanket for over a year. No room to talk at all. I subscribe for the abuse. John became a patron for the abuse. Kim said, I've been doing lots of sewing instead. I saw your post about all of the things that you've been making. They're all so pretty, Kim. I started my lost garden over a year and a half ago. It's still sitting in the whip box, half done. Ugh. Mom's was as simple, didn't register what hers was. I don't know either. But you only do it on Mondays for 2 hours a week. I know. But the other part of that is, once I get finished with this, what am I going to do? Honestly. And welcome, Ida. Hi. Missed you so much. Glad you're here. Mine is on my spare bed. It's huge and going to have every piece of leftovers I have. All the different acrylics I've used. A true scrappy, adventurous queen of many colors. That's awesome, Leanne. I love those projects the most, and I tell people all of the time whenever we're talking about it, you know, going back to the Havana, the original Havana that Tina made, that was from all kinds of different scraps yarns, all different weights. I mean, it's beautiful, it's stunningly gorgeous, it's massive, but it was all made out of scrap yarn, and I think that that's the beautiful thing about mosaic is you can do that. You have to cut the yarn a lot. Who was it that was saying that, oh, Nyasha, we were in a couple weeks ago doing the patron Zoom, and Nyasha was wanting to start doing mosaic, but she has issues cutting the yarn. She can't bring herself to cut the yarn every single row. Even though she knows that she's going to be doing a double border to cover it up and she's not going to have to weave in all of those ends, she still just has issues with cutting the yarn every row. Bless her heart. Oh, Kim. I'm so sorry. I know that that probably socked you right in the feels. That happens a lot with stuff. I'm making small granny squares and simple squares with each different yarn. Every time I make a baby blanket, it will get put together someday. That's cool. By the way, these scissors, my favorite scissors that I couldn't find last week, I hunted everywhere for it. I thought I knew exactly where it was. I thought until today when I went to go get them, because I went, hey, you forgot your scissors. They weren't in your Kiwi Bestie bag. So don't forget to do that again this week. Hunted all over my house. It took me forever to find those suckers. Forever. Oh. Turns out, because yes, this is how far I went, they had dropped off of the side table next to the love seat where I always sit, and they had bounced underneath the love seat. I have had these things for like 20 years. At least 20 years. Maybe even more. I've had these things. I was not going down. It was not going to happen to me. I was not going to be the person that lost my favorite scissors. Wasn't going to happen. Oh, come on. There's only one more left. Goodness. Welcome back, Freaky. How'd you think to look under the love seat? I was looking under everything. I was moving everything. Moving all of the things. Like, that's how determined I was. I was not going to be that person that lost her favorite pair of scissors. Wasn't going to be. So that's what happened. They were under the love seat. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. But it's okay now because I have them. She started to lose her love for it. Oh, Freaky. Oh, Freaky. Whew. Let me see. There was something else that I wanted to talk about too. 1, 2, 3. One more. I'm very scatterbrained today. I apologize, you guys. Maybe I need to start making lists of things to talk about, or at least tell Ida. The elm bugs have returned back outside, which I don't understand, because the elm tree is not blooming. There's no leaves on it, but the elm bugs have returned. I think we spoke about this last spring, and I told you guys that like my house was getting invaded by these little tiny bugs, and I didn't know what they were. So then I Googled them, and I found out that literally they come into your home to die. That's it. So every spring, apparently, my house is going to turn into a graveyard for these little bugs. They don't do anything. They're not attracted to food or anything like that. They just come in to die. Literally, that's what the Google told me. So weird. Nature is weird. Blame it on the heat. Yeah. It might very well be the heat. I just said I have lots of little granny squares too. I need to get them put together. Mine are from all the little balls of Red Heart Super Saver I have. Ooh. That's my least favorite thing to do, is to attach squares. I'd rather weave in ends. True story. I would rather sit here and weave in ends than put together squares. I don't know what my thing is. John, stop it. I'm gonna sick him on you. Mean. I suppose that's a little bit of payback. We're gonna let that one slide. Some of Red Heart Super Saver, and I love this yarn, and other baby yarn. It will be a scrappy blanket. Those are always fun to make. Always super fun to make. Is it spanner time? If he keeps acting up, it will be. I've been saving my Red Heart Super Saver scraps as a ball, and someday I'm going to make something with that random yarn ball, maybe a corner to corner. Oof! Bet Nama said, I have a clothes hamper full of granny squares, need to sew in tails and attach as you go for lap blankets. Was using up extra skeins hanging around the house. Whew. That's a lot of granny squares. I'm the same. Join as you go or not at all. Yeah, I don't like it. Looking forward to some bonbons though. Saw a cute video about using the tiny yarn bundles. The bonbons are awesome for all sorts of things. All sorts of things. Bonnie Bay Crochet, Bonnie Barker, she designed a blanket using the bonbons. There are a couple people in the Facebook group who have found motifs that they liked, and they used the bonbons to make a whole blanket of those motifs and then put them together using one solid neutral color. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Extra skeins. I don't understand that phrase. Is that German? Extra yarn? What's that? My only issue with using up all of my scraps is situations like what I had with my filming Arizona. So well, no, my tester Arizona. I did 2 Arizonas when I filmed the tutorials for Emma. The first one I did was to work through the entire pattern to make sure that I knew what it was that I was talking about before I sat down to start filming. That is my Arizona, and I kept it, and that is the Sunrise Arizona. And then I did the Navajo colors for my filming Arizona, and that one I donated to the Snowball Express last year. By the way, no, the year before last. By the way, today is Gold Star Spouse Day. So think about the Gold Star spouses out there, because today is their day. So I came home, what was it, like a month ago or something like that now, maybe 6 weeks ago. I came home from work, and Jack, my little dog, was up on the couch where he normally is. And our routine is always that we go outside, he comes in, he eats dinner. Normally he's running to the back door because he wants his dinner and he knows he has to go potty first. But this night he was just sitting there, and his little foot was just a shaking, and he wasn't jumping off the couch, and it freaked me out. I was like, what's going on with you? Because you know he's old, he's 17. What's going on with you? This is it. This is the day, right? So I get over there, and he had gotten his toenail caught in my Arizona. And I was trying to free him, but ever since he was a baby, he's had this thing about touching his paws. He does not like his paws to be touched, and he was panicking. So I just reached into my crochet bag, and I grabbed my scissors, and I cut my Arizona to free my dog. But because I keep all of my scraps for all of my projects, I have drawers full of scraps. I had yarn to fix what I had cut. So that's my only thing with using up scraps, because you never know what's going to happen. and if I have to make a repair, I know that I have some of that yarn left. Hey, Terry! Because crazy life happens. Crazy, crazy life happens. Somebody told me today 2020 is not done. Uh-oh. Hold on. Kim was feeling singled out for something. I'm not quite certain that I want to know, but I'm still scrolling. My dad keeps complaining about my yarn stash. He is afraid I will fill up the house. You tell your dad that I have 4 rooms of yarn in my house. It could be worse. That's why we have 56 chickens and 15 ducks. Our bugs die outside before they can get inside. Well, I don't know if they'd be able to keep up with these elm bugs, Kimberly. Honest to goodness. Hello, Anthony. I try to tell him it's safer than drugs or alcohol. That's true. That is very true. You have points. You mind your business, John. Just mind your business. It's none of your business where my scraps go. Have you looked? Oh man, for the people that watch this replay, I am so sorry, but the crew is trying. I'm not going to repeat what they're saying. So sorry. Oh, not going to do it. Now it's going to get worse because Anthony is here. Mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. And also much cheaper than therapy. I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, there was that one Zoom where she wasn't wearing pants. I came into a Zoom not wearing pants. Was that the one where I Zoomed from my bedroom? I don't know. The patrons get all sorts of weird things from me. You never know what's going to happen when I turn on behind the scenes, honestly. Speaking of big, Stephanie, you are fading away. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I don't know why I zoomed from my bedroom, but I do know that I zoomed from my bedroom once. Was in bed, but I can't remember why I was zooming from bed. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, all of the years blend together. Some of my patrons have been with me for over 2 years. There's been all kinds of craziness that has happened. I have no idea. It's like she's thinking about it, but not beyond the realms of possibility. It's not. It's really not. It was PJ pants she had on. Well, I mean, most of the time I'm always in PJs with the patrons, if I'm being honest. Either we are saucy or it's just gas. Saucy. Oh no. Kim's got me thinking that's gonna bug me now. When did I zoom with no pants on? I don't know. There's no telling. There's no telling. I think it was once when you were going to join the Aussie Zoom and you said you couldn't because you didn't have pants on it, and I said neither did we. Oh, that was from my living room because it was hot. And your Zooms are right after this, and it was hot. So as soon as I got finished here, yeah, I was trotting around in my undies and a t-shirt, and I was lounged out on the couch with all of the fans blowing across me because it was hot. And Kim's like, "Come play in Zoom." I'm like, "I don't want to put on pants." But you know, they can only see from here up, so nobody would have known if Kim hadn't told anybody. Nobody would have known. Nobody. The craziness that happens. Oh, I'm getting to the end of the ball. Look at how satisfying that is, guys. Does anybody else find that satisfying? I love that. I do. I love it when that happens. And this will be the last full granny for this row. Then we will have one row of ripple granny, and then all we have to do is the half grannies to straighten out the ends. Kim said, "Sorry." You're not sorry. You know you're not sorry. It's okay. I'll get you back one of these days. I don't know how, because I'm not quick. I am not a quick-witted person. Kim is way quicker than I am. But one of these days an opportunity will present itself. And when it does, I'm going to take it. Oh, yes. It's going to happen. I love them rolling around the yarn ball. A beautiful made cake of yarn. Yes. So beautiful. And almost perfect to finish this out. And then I have one more of the sandstone to make the grannies. And I think I'm going to do the border all in fawn. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm shaking in my boots, or at least I would be if I were wearing boots. You should be. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Oh, come here. Ida wants to know what everybody had or will have for supper. I'm having turkey spaghetti with cauliflower pasta. I have to hit Costco after chat. Need to buy beef for goulash. Oh, boy, your family loves some goulash. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but your family loves some goulash. Kim, will you take a picture of your goulash when you get finished? Since you're going to be making goulash, will you take a picture of it? Because I know that your goulash is different compared to what our goulash is over here, and I just want to see it in person. Thanks. Tay had pizza. Started a diet today. I've been a bit snappy today. Oh, Steph, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Hot dogs, baked beans, and buttered noodles. Oh. I had a slice of broccoli and cheddar quiche. Okay, I should have finished that. So I was like, wait a minute, you had a slice of broccoli? Florentine style Italian stuffed pasta shells. Oof. Ida had a ham and cheese omelet. It's Maddie's fave. I know. Butter chicken and white rice this weekend, and I have boiled dinner leftovers from Easter dinner, so I'll probably finish those off. Yum. Post it to the group. Look at John trying to create problems. John is trying to create havoc because he knows that not everybody that's in the Facebook group actually comes over to the lives and watches on the YouTube channel. How they ended up in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, I don't know. But they're more than welcome. Everybody is welcome there. But it never fails. If somebody posts something that doesn't have to do with yarn or with crochet, somebody's going to report it. So we have conversations here and they carry over into the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, as they should, and people just start reporting left and right. They even report my posts. My posts in my own group. Cracks me up. Hey, stop it. I'm almost finished. If you would just mind your manners. Bye, Dee. Hubby is home and I have to relinquish the TV, so I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye! It's almost time for me to go too. I'm going to finish doing this square and then I'm going to go as well. So I can go and sit in front of all of the fans. Kim, don't you send me a message asking me to Zoom. I'm going to be sitting in front of the fans. Oh, Kitty's having spaghetti too. I don't think my sourdough post got reported, did it? Nope, I don't think so. I didn't see it get reported, though. At least. It may have, though. Oh. Okay, so hopefully next week it'll be cooler and I'll be able to stay. Hopefully by next week they mean Monday morning they're coming to get this taken care of. Cool down. And I'll be able to stay for the full 2 hours, so cross your fingers for that. Jen and I will be live tomorrow morning on the Good Loops Facebook page. So if you don't follow that, you might want to, because you'll get both Jen and I tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Come hang out with us there. You can always join the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group too, because the shenanigans continue there. I like to leave the reported posts so all of the mods can laugh at what gets reported. Steph said, I think sometimes people join groups just to report things. I know. I know. It's craziness. It's absolute craziness. So thanks to the patrons. If you're not a patron, you might want to think about joining up to do that. There's all kinds of awesome things that you can get, including behind the scenes stuff going on. And I will see you guys next Monday if you guys don't come and hang out with Jen and I tomorrow. You guys be good, be kind, and see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.